Long ago, in the colorful and chaotic land of ancient India, there lived a mighty emperor named Ashoka. His empire stretched as far as the eye could see, over mountains that touched the clouds, across wide rivers and through deserts that shimmered like gold. Now, Emperor Ashoka was a fearless warrior, and he was known to win every battle and to expand his kingdom. But among all his victories, there was one war that shook him to his core: the Kalinga War. The enemy had fought bravely, but in the end, Ashoka's army had won. But as they had marched through the land, they had killed many, many people. The streets of the capital of Kalinga were strewn with corpses, and the river was flowing with blood. Ashoka's soldiers had followed his orders to take the city, but in doing so, they had taken many lives. When the dust had settled and the celebrations had died down, Ashoka stood among the ruins of what once had been a thriving city. Looking at the suffering around him, he felt a deep sadness. It was a feeling he had never experienced before. In all his years of waging wars and expanding his empire, he had never stopped to think about the cost of victory. But now, as he saw the dead bodies of men, women and children lying around him, he realized that the cost was too high. From that day on, Ashoka the great warrior turned to the path of peace. He gave up violence and became a follower of Buddhism, a religion that teaches love, kindness and non-violence towards all living beings. Now, Ashoka wanted to share this message of peace with everyone in his empire. He wanted them to know that there was more to life than just fighting and conquering. There was beauty in being kind, in helping others, and in living in harmony with all creatures. But how could he do this? How could he reach every village and town in his vast empire? How could he touch the hearts of his people and make them see the error of their ways? He thought long and hard, and finally he had an idea. He would send them a message in a bottle. No, not exactly. He would send them a message in stones. He decided to build giant pillars in every corner of his empire. These pillars would be like silent messengers carrying his message of peace. And so it began. All over the empire, huge pillars were raised. They were made of stone, and some were taller than the tallest trees. On these pillars, Ashoka's words of wisdom and the teachings of Buddha were carved. Some pillars were placed by roadsides so that travelers could read them and understand the importance of being kind. Others were put up in marketplaces so that traders and shopkeepers could remember to be honest and fair in their dealings. Still others were erected near temples, places of worship where people could contemplate peace and non-violence. The pillars stood tall and proud, silently watching over the land. People from far and wide came to see them and to hear Ashoka's message. They listened to his words, and slowly their hearts began to change. They started to understand that true strength lay not in violence, but in kindness. They learned that compassion and understanding were far more powerful than swords and shields. And so the pillars of Ashoka became a beacon of hope and a symbol of peace. They reminded people to be good, to be honest, and to treat all living things with kindness. These silent messengers have stood the test of time. Even today, thousands of years later, we have these pillars to thank Ashoka for teaching us that even the mightiest warriors can choose peace, and that true strength comes from compassion and understanding. So next time you see a pillar, tall and strong, remember Ashoka and his silent messengers. Let their story inspire you to be kind, to be peaceful, and to spread happiness wherever you go.